as that thing kept getting bigger. And then it hit. Bam! 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 And I remember walking home from school many, many days. My face was red and stinging. My ears were red and ringing. My eyes were burning with tears. And their words were burning in my ears. Whoever said sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me, it's a lie. Words can cut like a knife. Words can pierce like a sword. Words can make wounds that are so deep they can't be seen. So I had fears, and words were my worst enemy. But I also had dreams. I would run home, and I dreamed I wanted to be a superhero like Superman. You guys ever wanted to be a superhero like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wonder Woman? Did you want to be like Wonder Woman? No, good. Well, I wanted to be like Superman. I wanted to fly around the world doing superhuman feats and saving lives. And I would read Guinness Book of World Records and Ripley's Believe It or Not. And you guys read Guinness or Ripley's books? And I saw real people doing real feats. And I vowed if those bullies would not let me play in their sports games, I wanted to do real magic, real feats. Do something the other kids could not do. I wanted to find my purpose and calling. I wanted to know my life had meaning. I wanted to do something really remarkable with my life and somehow change the world. I wanted to prove the impossible is not impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day I've been looking forward to for many years because today is a day I've been going to attempt to do the impossible right before your very eyes, right here at Eastern Idaho State Fair. I'm going to prove to you that the impossible is not impossible and show you that you can do the impossible in your life. Sound good? See that? All right. Before we can go any further, I need you all to raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. That's it. Got them all up? All right. Now, honey, your other right hand. Yeah. And repeat after me. Say, I state your name. Who said that? Somebody said that. I promise I will not try this at home or at the fair or at my grandparents' house or anywhere. So help me God. With liberty and justice for all. Forever and ever. Amen. We'll now pass the offering plate. Good. You guys all promise. Keep an eye on some of these with a little twinkle in their eyes. This one here I'm a little bit worried about. Yeah, you. So, of all the questions I get asked about sword swallowing, sometimes people ask a little bit about the history. So sword swallowing started about 4,000 years ago, about 2000 BC in southern India. India looks kind of like the shape of the hand. When I was 20 years old, I was a missionary in Andhra Pradesh, India, and my life changed the night before my 21st birthday. In major ways. But I was a missionary there and I witnessed sword swallowing firsthand. It was passed down from about 4000 BC in a tribe called the Kandadora tribe. It was passed down from father to son. I got to witness one of the last of the few sword swallowers swallowing swords when I was 20 years old. And in 1997 I heard there were less than a dozen sword swallowers left in the entire world. And I said, I've got to do that. I want to become the world's leading expert, the world's leading sword swallower. I practiced 10 to 12 times a day, every day for 4 years, a total of about 14,000 unsuccessful attempts before I got my first sword down my throat in 2001. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to witness tonight is a result of 20 years of research and practice. Do not try this at home. So in honor of India and the sword swallowers in India, and as far as we know from the ancient Sanskrit, the very first sword swallower to swallow a sword in India was an Indian guy by the name of Bob. So what I'm going to do is swallow a little 18-inch sword from India called an Uday sword. Now I'm going to need your undivided attention as I attempt to swallow this sword. Kids, do not try this at home. This is extremely dangerous. Hold your applause until such time as I get the sword into my body. I want to hear you scream, cheer, and shout like a bunch of little girls at a Justin Bieber concert, okay? So they can hear you all the way down at the Ferris wheel, all right? So from India, I've got a little 18-inch sword. This is called an Uday sword. This is extremely dangerous. Do not try this at home. Here goes. Yes! 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 Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Oops. Okay, show of hands. How many of you believe this is a real fake sword? The guy in the orange is pretty convinced. All right. Yeah, real fake. That's a double negative. Yeah, this is one of those curl-up swords magicians use to imitate real sword scholars. It looks like a tape measure without the yellow and the numbers. You know why? Because if it had yellow and numbers on it, it would look like a tape measure. From South India, sword swallowing moved north to China, up here by my wrist, over here, and about 1000 BC. So in order to honor the Chinese sword swallowers, what I've got here is a 24-inch long Tai Chi sword, solid steel, down the hatch without a scratch, I hope. Come on, you can do better than that.